Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. You know I love my Italian cheeses, but today we're going to talk about a Greek cheese. The cheese is called Halloumi, and this Halloumi cheese is super versatile. You can fry it, you can bake it, you can grill it. It doesn't really melt per se, but it gets soft and it retains its shape. Very versatile, and might I add, delicious. So today we're going to do a little taste test. We're going to fry some up. I'll show you how easy this is to do. And you know what? We'll fire up the grill too, and we'll grill some too and do the taste test. Let's get started right now. So for the frying, I've got a block here of halloumi cheese, and I'm just going to slice it, in about, let's just say a good 1/4 inch thick. Now you can slice them as thick or as thin as you want when you're frying, because they'll fry up very nicely. But I think, a 1/4 inch thick, I think that's pretty good right there. That's going to fry up very nicely, and that makes for a nice little appetizer. Now these are great. You can serve as appetizers. You could also, if you're doing a wine and cheese, you can pair them up as well. They've got a bit of saltiness to them. They're actually very tasty. If you've never had halloumi cheese, it's excellent. Okay, so there's, what do I got there? I've got 7. Let's do one more. Let's do 8 pieces today. There we go. So those are sliced. These ones we're going to fry. You can see I've also skewered some up here. Now with the skewers, I got to tell you, I'm just doing the cheese today, but you could put like mushrooms and peppers. You could put this cheese in amongst and make skewers that you really enjoy. You can mix it up. But today I'm just doing just the cheese. Now, having said that, you see how big these blocks are? They're about a good 1 inch thick. If you do them too thin and you try to get a skewer through, what'll happen is they'll crack and break. So you want to leave them about 1 inch cube size. Okay? And like I say, they're fantastic. You want to put other things in between, but today we're just going to do them as is. All right. Quite simply, to dress these up, all you have to do is a little bit of olive oil. Yes, of course, extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to just dab them, and I'm going to and then we'll make our way over to the frying pan, because we're going to use more olive oil there as well. So I like to put just a little bit of olive oil on both sides. So flip them, and a little olive oil on both sides. That's going to add some beautiful flavor. And again, that's all you need. Very simple, folks. Doesn't get much easier than this. Okay, one more, and maybe I'll just give him a little dab. You know me, when you think you've added enough, add a little bit more. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's just make our way over to the frying pan. How quick and easy was that? Alrighty, frying pan, fire it up. Again, I like to use extra virgin olive oil, but for this you can just use even just regular olive oil. So put enough olive oil in the pan, enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Okay. Then quite simply, take your halloumi cheese. All right, and we're just gonna spread them out just a bit. That fit very nicely in this frying pan. Okay, so I'm bringing the temperature up. I'm gonna leave it on, I'm gonna leave it on medium-high. And when it gets up to temperature, all you're gonna wanna do here is lightly fry it for 1.5 minutes per side, basically. You want it to just get a little bit browned and just fry it up. So let's give that 1.5 minutes, and we'll give them a flip. Just so you know, I've lowered my temperature to medium. As you can see, we've got a really good fry going right now. And it's been about 40 seconds so far, and you can see that it's not all melting. It's still retaining its shape, and that's the beauty with this cheese. It's gonna start to soften. It'll ooze just a bit, but it really retains its shape very nicely. 1.5 minutes is up. And let's just give that a turn. Oh yeah, just starting to turn a tad brown. That is actually perfect. I love it how it keeps its shape. Okay. Folks, I tell you, if you like cheese, you're gonna absolutely love this. especially if you've never had halloumi cheese before. Such a treat. All right, let's give that about 1.5 minutes on that side. There we go, another 1.5 minutes. Now you could cook these, if they were thicker, you could cook them longer. But you see that nice little brown color? That's basically what you're looking for, that nice golden brown color. So again, these are like 1/4 inch thick. So 1.5 minutes, I could actually, I want to do another 30 seconds on the other side and just get them a little bit browner. I like that golden brown on both sides. So let's say 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, depending again on your stove and the amount of heat you got going on. So like I say, I've changed mine to medium. I lowered it. There we go. That's the color I like right there. That one right there. That to me is perfect. All right, so I'm going to give these another 30 seconds. And then we're going to take them off and just lightly dress them. You want to do this all in olive oil. Olive oil is the healthiest and the tastiest. Oh yeah. One of my favorites, folks, right here. Number 7, and let's get number 8. But you see here, folks, how they've retained their shape. They didn't really melt, but they are softened. And that's the beauty of this cheese here. Okay, so we've got our cheese. We've got it plated. So now what I'd like to do is let's just add, you don't have to now. You could, at this point, you could do what you like. If you want to sprinkle a little bit of oregano on there, you can. It doesn't need salt because the cheese is already salted. But what I'm going to do is add a little bit of balsamic glaze. Just a bit. Just to enhance and add a little bit of flavor to that to the halloumi cheese. There we go. Oh boy, the taste test, folks. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, where is my fork? Take a look at this, folks, right there. Fried halloumi cheese with a little bit of balsamic glaze. Still a little bit warm, but let's take this one right here. Look at that color, nice golden brown. It has a rubbery, I'm going to say a rubbery kind of texture. You can feel it as you chew it in between your teeth. Great texture, and that saltiness with that little bit of sweet balsamic glaze. Oh my goodness. Talk about an appetizer. Pair it with wine, do what you want, but this here, put it as a little side dish or a nibbly in the evening while you're watching a game or something. Fantastic. Okay. So good. Now, I've got the grill fired up. Let's prepare our other halloumi for the grill. So you may have already guessed, all you do to dress this, a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and put it all around. Let's get it all around. Cover the cheese. Now I've got my barbecue, the grill is on, it's been preheating. So we're gonna put this on a hot grill. Okay. Let's do it. Another dab. All right, let's make our way over to the barbecue. All righty, our grill is good and hot. And we're gonna take our skewers and let's just put them right there. There we go. Now I could even drop that down to a little bit medium hot. There we go. To not have it so bursting hot. And again now, just keep an eye on these. If you had zucchini, mushrooms, and peppers in between here, cook. All you need to do is cook your skewers. Once your vegetables are cooked, your cheese will be done. But today, like I said, I'm just doing the cheese, so same sort of thing. Minute and a half. Keep an eye on your grill, depending on how hot your grill is. You're going to want some grill marks on the cheese. So let's just let that grill a bit, and it's gonna soften up. And same thing here. All we've got on there is just olive oil. Okay, let's just give it a little turn. Now it's stuck a bit on the grill there. I could have put a little bit of olive oil on the grill first, and I probably should have, but that's okay. There we go. I'm just gonna do about another 1.5 or so, 2 minutes on this side, get that softened up. I also have some residual olive oil here. I can still use that. Put a little more olive oil on there. There we go. Nothing goes to waste, folks. Nothing goes to waste. Okay, let's give it another turn. There we go. Another turn. Actually, let's go that side right there. Perfect. Okay, and again, you could see all this heat, and yet it's retaining its shape. It's getting softer, but it's not melting and oozing all over. That's the beauty of this cheese. Like I said earlier, very, very, very versatile. It's actually ready now. I could take it off the grill, but I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds or so. So let's take these off. Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Barbecue goes off. Oh yeah. Look at that. Isn't that a nice little appetizer dish there, folks? Beautiful. Okay, you know what? Let's do the taste test on the skewers. Always my favorite part. Now these, of course, you can also dress with balsamic glaze. But the difference here is you have that grilled flavor. So good. I should point out also, folks, if you notice when I grilled these, I left the lid open. You don't necessarily want to bake them. You want to grill them. Either way you do it, folks, so good. Whether you just fry it, bake it, or grill it. A versatile cheese, so tasty. That nice chewy, rubbery texture in your teeth makes for a great appetizer or a side dish. If you've never tried it, I really hope you give it a try, folks. I love it. I'm sure you will too. And wherever you're tuning in from today, I want to thank you for joining me on today's episode of Cooking with the Koyas. And as always, folks, until next time, bon appetito. Delicious. Fried cheese. So simple. So tasty.